And good evening. Welcome to another college basketball live stream on YouTube at Sports Bonanza John and on Kick at Sports Kick John. We are ready for one of the last three remaining undefeateds, and it looks like we're going to be down to two undefeateds here in about 2 seconds. Number 24, Miami of Ohio, playing host to UMass. I'll explain what I meant by that comment momentarily. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for doing your will upon us and looking over us, Lord. And please look over these players, coaches, and fans. Please keep everyone safe in this game, Lord, and continue to do your will among us, Lord, as we ask and pray this in your name. Amen. All right, Miami of Ohio, one of three remaining undefeated teams in the country, although one of the three remaining undefeateds, number 5, Nebraska, is trailing Michigan by 3 points right now with 2 seconds to play. So we may be down to two undefeateds here in just a second. Miami of Ohio comes into this game ranked 24th this week, 20-0 on the season, 8-0 in the MAC. UMass comes in 13-8. They sit at 4-5 in MAC play in their first season in the MAC. This is a Miami of Ohio team that is an offensive juggernaut. They average 94.5 points per game. They have 6 players that average in double-figure scoring, led by Brant Byers. And actually, we're going to run down the last 2 seconds of this Nebraska-Michigan game. And we are now down to two undefeateds as Michigan has just handed Nebraska their first loss. So Miami of Ohio and Arizona, the last remaining undefeated teams in the country, as number 5 Nebraska goes down for the first time this year. So Miami of Ohio looking to stay undefeated, to do something Nebraska could not do. They will take on a UMass team. As I mentioned, this Miami of Ohio team averages just shy of 95 points a game. Meanwhile, UMass, they average just shy of 80 a game. So Miami of Ohio, by far a much better offensive team, but you never know in this one. UMass rather, started off 0-4 in MAC play. They have ran off 4 wins in their last 5, so Miami of Ohio on a little bit of a roll themselves. They've got 4 players that average in double figures, led by Leonardo Bettiol with 17.1 a game, is their leading scorer. As we are about 2 minutes away from the tip-off between UMass and Miami of Ohio. A snowy Oxford, Ohio on a Tuesday night. But the fans have come in to cheer on their undefeated Redhawks of Miami of Ohio. Brant Byers, as I mentioned, they have 6 players that average in double figures, led by Brant Byers, Peter Suter, Evan Ipsaro, Almar Atlason, Ian Elmer, and Antoine Woolfork, the 6 players that average in double figures for Miami of Ohio. And what an offensive team this is. They have cracked 100 points several times this season. So UMass definitely has their work cut out for them. But as I said, they're coming in winners of 4 of their last 5. So UMass, one of the hottest teams in the MAC right now. Miami of Ohio coming off 2 consecutive overtime wins. They were winners at Kent State a week ago. They have not played since that overtime game at Kent State last Tuesday. And then they had a home overtime win against Buffalo the game prior. As Peter Suter, someone I mentioned of the 6 double-figure scores, is averaging 32 points a game in those 2 games for Miami of Ohio, as the Redhawks are getting introduced to the home crowd right now. Travis Steele, head coach for Miami of Ohio. And meanwhile, on the UMass side, they are led by head coach Frank Martin. First year for UMass in the MAC. Of course, been in the A10 for so many years. Moving over to the MAC. And they're wanting to do to Miami of Ohio what Michigan just did to Nebraska, and that's knock them from the ranks of the undefeated. So just about set to go at Millett Hall in Oxford, Ohio. Teams getting their final warm-ups in their huddles. Luke Skaljak, he's been a big clutch performer for Miami of Ohio. He averages 9 points a game. He is out tonight, so that is one less player available for Miami. Boy, the students are rocking tonight inside Millett Hall. Our officiating crew for tonight, out of the Mid-American Conference, Alfred Smith, Jordan Love, and Kevin Raher. This is only the third all-time meeting between these two schools.
Inside the NBA has it all. The hustle.
And we are underway, and the tip is controlled by the Redhawks of Miami of Ohio.
Home of Inside the NBA, all season, playoffs, and finals long.
Sorry about that. The computer just started playing randomly. And the Redhawks turn it over on the opening possession as Suter lost the ball out of bounds. Antoine Woolfolk, Justin Kirby, Brant Byers, Peter Suter, Ian Elmer, starting five for Miami of Ohio. UMass goes with Daniel Hankins Sanford, Leonardo Bettiol, their leading scorer, Jaden Jigwu, Danny Carbuccia, and Marcus Banks Jr., the starting five for UMass. UMass with their first possession. On the outside is Nigwe. And now driving, and a bounce pass inside is taken away. So both teams start off the game with a turnover. And the layup is good for the game's first 2 points as Justin Kirby puts it in for Miami of Ohio. Late start time in Oxford tonight, 9:05 local time. Three-pointer on the way is swished by Daniel Hankins Sanford for UMass, and the Minutemen lead 3-2, minute 20 in. On the outside now for the Redhawks. This is Suter. Suter driving inside, now kicks it outside for a wide open three that's no good. And the rebound on the floor, still loose on the floor, and we're going to have a tie-up. Possession will give it to UMass. Carbuccia will bring it into the front court for the Minutemen. On the outside now is Marcus Banks Jr. Carbuccia now on the outside. Carbuccia. Shot clock down to 5 for UMass. We're going to have to put something up here. Marcus Banks Jr. with 1 on the clock throws it up there, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. It did not hit the rim. Although, hang on a minute. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Miami right at the shot clock went off. It's going to be against Peter Suter as they call a foul right when the shot clock was expiring. So it's going to end up being 2 free throws for UMass. First is up and good. Peter Suter, nor Travis Steele, nor this crowd happy with that foul call. Marcus Banks Jr., senior out of Hampton, Virginia, has one more. And it's good. UMass with an early 5-2 lead. Suter up the floor. Suter gets it over to Woolfork. Woolfork guarded by Betiol. Outside it goes. And we have a bumping foul on UMass. It's their first foul of the game. Looks like it's going to go against Daniel Hankins Sanford. That'll be his first. On the inbound, here's Suter. Suter kicks it outside for a three-pointer that's short. Rebound pulled down by UMass. Hankins Sanford pulls down the rebound. Carbuccia back to Hankins Sanford on the outside. Now Betiol. Marcus Banks Jr. with a long-range 2 that's good. And UMass off to a 7-2 lead over Miami of Ohio. Suter outside to Woolfork. Woolfork now looking to drive. He'll spin inside, gives it off. A nice feed inside and the finish. And that stops the 7-0 run for UMass. And a bad pass there, and the Redhawks take it away. Inside, Suter will score. Suter's first 2 points, and just like that, it's a 7-6 game. But UMass on a fast break at the other end. Miami forgot to get back on defense, and Danny Carbuccia goes the distance and lays it in. 9-6 lead for UMass. And now a layup. Here's Byers driving inside and getting fouled. Brant Byers will head to the free throw line as we hit our first timeout at the 15:53 mark of the first half. Early lead for UMass on the road, 9-6 over Miami of Ohio. In case you missed the news at the beginning of my live stream here, one of the 3 remaining undefeated teams in the country has lost. Number 5, Nebraska, falls at number 3, Michigan, 75-72. So we are now down to just 2 undefeated teams. We've got one of them right here, the Miami of Ohio Redhawks, as well as Arizona, who eked one out last night at BYU. A hard-fought win for Arizona last night. Number 7, Michigan State, went to overtime in Piscataway before knocking off Rutgers 88-79. Early lead here for UMass, 9-6 over Miami of Ohio. So following the timeout, with 15:53 to play in the first half, Redhawks will have 2 free throws here as Brant Byers heads to the line. First free throw up and good. One more coming for Byers, and it's good. 9-8 lead for UMass. Here's Carbuccia trying the bank shot. That's no good as he drove inside. Out of bounds. It's going to go to the Redhawks. Suter brings it up the floor for Miami. Suter into the front court. Suter dribbling on the Miami M logo at midcourt. Byers. Now back to Suter on the outside. Shot clock at 5. Suter looking to drive. Suter pulls up the off-balance shot. That barely drew iron. And the rebound pulled down by UMass. Good defensive series that time for the Minutemen. Njigwe passes outside. Here's a three-pointer that is good for Marcus Banks. He's got 7 early on for UMass, and the Minutemen lead it by 4, 12-8. Byers up to Woolfolk. And a deep three-pointer is no good. That was way back there. And then we have a foul on UMass on the rebound attempt. That one's going to go on Leonardo Bettiol, his first. UMass 4 of their first 5 from the floor. It's Redhawks bring it in. A bad pass, though. They're going to get a foul on Njigwe as he was guarding Suter on the inbounds. That's going to be Njigwe's first. Team foul number 4. And Miami once again will try to inbound here. Driving is Suter. Suter off the glass and puts it in. Peter Suter now with 4, and it's a 12-10 lead for UMass. KJ Parker brings it up the floor for UMass, who just checked in a couple minutes ago. And the runner in the paint is up and good. KJ Parker with his first 2 points. 14-10 lead for UMass, just over 6 minutes into this first half. Open three-pointer at the other end is good. Almar Atlason gets the three-pointer for Miami, and it's 14-13. Dwayne Wembley Jr. in the game for UMass. He's got it on the outside. Now over to Banks, who will try another 3, and he hits another one. Marcus Banks with 10 in the early going for UMass. And the Minutemen are back up 4, 17-13. Suter brings it up the floor for the Redhawks. Atlason will try another 3. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by UMass. That's a nice pass inside, but missing the shot, but getting his own rebound is Bethiel. Count it, and one. Almar Atlason is called for the foul. It'll be a three-point opportunity for UMass. Leonardo Bettiol, leading scorer for UMass, senior out of Italy. Try to complete the three-point play. He does not, however. And then we have an over-the-back foul on the Minutemen. (19-13) lead for UMass. Showing a little bit of press here as Miami tries to bring the ball up the court, but Miami able to break it. Woolfolk on the outside. Now, three-pointer is no good. Out of bounds over to UMass. Miami starting off just 1 of 6 from three-point range. Wembley Jr. off to KJ Parker. Parker steps back and tries a three at the top of the key, and it's good. KJ Parker with a three-pointer, and UMass has a 9-point lead over Miami of Ohio, 22-13. Ian Elmer gives it off to Trey Perry, who will reset here for the Redhawks. 10 on the shot clock. Three-pointer on the way. That is good, and a much-needed three right there for the Redhawks. Ian Elmer with his first 3 points of the game, and it's a 22-16 lead. UMass the other way. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Putback is good by Daniel Hankins Sanford. And the lead back to 8 at 24-16. Here's Trey Perry with it for the Redhawks. Perry looking to drive. Perry. And the runner in the paint is good for Ian Elmer. Back-to-back field goals for him. 24-18. The UMass lead is 6. KJ Parker shot. That's too strong. Rebound pulled down by the Redhawks, and they almost turn it over. Three-pointer for Atlason again. That's no good. Redhawks three-point shooting not there. Just 2 of 8 early on here in the first half. And the Minutemen lose it out of bounds as Carbuccia lost the dribble. And that brings us to the under 12 timeout. Minutemen on the road have come to play against the undefeated Redhawks. UMass leads at 24-18. Well, UConn, number 2, they're getting another battle at home as they are leading Providence just 67-64 in the second half. Number 12, Purdue, dropped 8 spots in the poll this week. They're trying to snap their 2-game losing streak. They're on the road against their arch rivals in Bloomington from Indiana. That game tied at 14. about midway through the first half in that one. Number 17, Virginia and Notre Dame in overtime. Notre Dame leads it by 1, or by 2, rather. 2.5 to go in overtime in that one. All of a sudden, I've never had this problem. Now, all of a sudden today, ads are playing like crazy on the side I use. So if you hear some of that noise in the background, that's what that is. Number 18, Vanderbilt's off to an 18-7 lead on Kentucky in the first half. UMass early on, 9 of 13 shooting. That's helped them get this lead on the road against Miami of Ohio. Redhawks will bring it in following the timeout. Suter, bounce pass outside, comes right back to Suter. Suter at the three-point line, now passes off for a deep three for Byers. He gets fouled on the three, does not go. But it'll be 3 free throws for Brant Byers. He was fouled by Luka Demjanic. So 3 free throws coming for the Redhawks, leading scorer on the season, Brant Byers, 78% free throw shooter on the year. First of 3 is no good. Second of 3, that's no good. So a 78% free throw shooter in Byers misses his first 2. Able to salvage the third one. 24-19, midway point, first half. Pass goes underneath, and the kick out. And now an open three-pointer around and in for Jaden Njigwe. And the UMass lead back to 8, 27-19. Miami trying to answer with a 3 at the top of the key, and they do with a 3 from Ian Elmer. His second 3 of the first half. Miami of Ohio, back within 5, 27-22. But again, the pass goes inside and the layup for Njigwe. (29-22). Suter with it for the Redhawks. Bounce pass over to Elmer. Elmer goes inside, goes right back outside to Elmer, who hits another 3. That's his third 3 of the first half. He's got 11. 29-25. UMass up 4. Njigwe goes inside, and the shot with the right hand is up and good for Luka Demjanic. UMass 75% shooting in this game. Suter with the layup. That was altered. Offensive rebound, however, and put back is good by Antoine Woolfolk. Woolfolk on the board, 31-27. Approaching 8 minutes to play in the first half. Carbuccia. Carbuccia with a bounce pass inside, and Damjanic will lay it in. And the red hot shooting continues for UMass, 33-27. Suter kicks it outside in the corner for three. That's short. Suter gets the offensive rebound. Putback is good. Second chance opportunity that time for the Redhawks, and Suter takes advantage. And a block shot at the other end. And now a fast break opportunity. Byers will slam it down. And it's a 2-point game, 33-31. That got the crowd at Millett Hall on their feet. Carbuccia on the outside. Njigwe looking to drive. Njigwe can't find any room. Now we'll put it up, but he double dribbled. Timeout with 7:01 to play in the first half. UMass had taken the crowd out of this early on, but they're back in it now after that fast break dunk by Brant Byers. We've got a 2-point game in Oxford. 7 to play, first half. Updating some of these scores. Keep you updated on the top 25 scoreboard as this game goes on. So in this game, my UMass 13 of 18 shooting, 72% from the floor. They are a perfect 5 for 5 from three-point range. Miami of Ohio, 12 of 21 shooting, 57%. They're 4 of 11 from three at 36%. So both teams shooting very well. And it's UMass with the 2-point lead with 7:01 remaining in the first half. So the Redhawks will bring it in out of the timeout. It's Trey Perry with it for the Redhawks. And it goes right off the hands of Brant Byers and stolen by UMass. Not sure Byers was looking for that pass. Njigwe will put it up and score. 35-31, UMass back up 4. And Jigway with 7 here in the first half. At the other end, layup attempt no good, but we have a foul, a little bit of a late call. But they do get the UMass foul. It's going to go against Hankins Sanford. That's his second. And that is 7 team fouls, so Miami will be shooting free throws the remainder of the half. And it'll be Peter Suter heading to the line. First of 2 is good. One more coming for Suter, and he got them both. 35-33, UMass up 2, 6:15 to play in the first half. KJ Parker with it on the outside. Parker gives it off to Marcus Banks. Banks now will pull up for 3. He hits another one. Marcus Banks with 13 in the half. UMass still perfect, 6 of 6 from three-point range. Miami trying to answer, cannot, and Banks pulls down the rebound. Njigwe looking at that's going to be a blocking foul. That's going to go against Brant Byers. That'll be his first. Just Miami's third foul here in the first half. Travis Steele, not real happy here. The officiating crew has gone over to the scorer's bench. Not sure what they could be reviewing here. Now they're just, the three of them are standing at center court, right in front of the scorer's bench discussing. Now they are going to the monitor. Okay, I thought I saw a signal. I thought they were going to get a blocking foul on Byers, but it looks like the call is an offensive foul on Njigwe. But I thought I saw one official signaling the block and not the charge. Official still over at the monitor. Now Frank Martin getting an explanation. Travis Steele not happy on the Redhawks sideline. Travis Steele, the head coach of the Redhawks, shaking his head in disgust. They do get that foul on Byers. So UMass inbound, Njigwe with it. Outside to KJ Parker. Now here's Banks, who's had the hot hand in the first half. and Jigway spins, and Jigway gets inside and will kick it back out to KJ Parker. 5 to shoot for UMass. Parker with the long 2. That's off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound put back, no. A third crack at it, no. A fourth crack at it, no. And finally, Miami of Ohio pulls down the rebound. 4 chances that time for UMass. And now we've got a foul. This one's going to go against Marcus Banks. That'll be his first, and this will be a 1-and-1 for Miami of Ohio. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good by Ian Elmer. Now Frank Martin not happy. So this officiating crew, as Elmer missed the second, this officiating crew not exactly getting thank you cards from either one of these coaches here in the first half. 38-34 UMass as we hit 5 to go in the opening half of play. This is Wembley with it for UMass. Top of the key, three-pointer. That's the first miss from three-point range for UMass. And we are going to have a loose ball foul on Miami on the rebound. And I think they're going to get Byers. And if they do, it's number 2. But they did not get Byers. It's only the 4th team foul in the half for the Redhawks, so it'll just be a side inbound for UMass. With it, here's KJ Parker. Parker with the right hand. That's short. Another offensive rebound for UMass. That's stripped in. We have a foul. Ian Elmer going to get whistled for this one. And this one was a shooting foul, so to the line, 4-2 for UMass will be Leonardo Bettiol. And he misses the first of 2. Second is good. UMass up 6. Danny Carbuccia returns to the UMass lineup. Redhawks down a half dozen as they bring it up the floor. Suter will try a three-pointer. That's off the back rim, no good. Rebound UMass. UMass crashing the offensive rebounds, but at the other end, it's 1 and out for Miami. Carbuccia on the outside. Gives it over to KJ Parker. Parker back to Carbuccia. Carbuccia in the corner. That's a three-pointer. That's off the back rim. No good. But guess what? Another offensive rebound. And a three-pointer is good from Jaden Njigwe. 43-34. UMass up 9. Suter. Bounce pass inside is stolen. Defender got a hand in there to knock the ball away. And we have a whistle, and that will bring us to the under 4 timeout. 3:26 to go first half. UMass looking for the upset on the road, leading 43-34 over the 24th ranked Miami Redhawks. Indiana's come back to take a 34-26 lead on 12th-ranked Purdue. That game late in the first half at Assembly Hall in Bloomington, 2:14 remaining in the first half. Purdue trying to avoid losing their third in a row. Virginia and Notre Dame in double overtime, 93-92 Irish. Minute and a half to go in double overtime. Vanderbilt leads Kentucky by 20 in the first half. St. Louis, 24th or 21st ranked St. Louis Billikens, they were down 15 in the first half at home to George Washington, but they're making a frantic rally in the second half, as that's now just a 2-point game with 7.5 left. Alabama well on their win. They're blowing out Missouri tonight, 80-55 in the second half. UMass to inbound out of the timeout. And in it comes. On the outside is Carbusha. And now driving inside, layup no good, but a foul is called on the Redhawks. And that'll send Carbusha to the line for 2. Foul goes on Atlason. That'll be his second. And 2 free throws coming for Danny Carbusha. UMass looking for a double-digit lead here. But doesn't get it on the first free throw as it's short. Missed them both, but another offensive rebound for UMass. That shot comes up short and rebounded this time by the Redhawks. 8 offensive rebounds in the first half. Here's an open three-pointer by Byers that's missed. And UMass comes down with the rebound. They are dominating the boards here in the first half. Now with it is KJ Parker. He'll pull up. He'll miss it. And we've got an over-the-back foul on UMass on the rebound. That's going to be team foul number 10, so it'll be double bonus now. Rest of the half for the Redhawks. Miami heading to the free throw line. It's like Peter Suter slouched over a little bit on the court. Have to keep an eye on him. First of 2 for Brant Byers is good. This Redhawks team, 20-0 on the season, but they currently hold a 25-game home court winning streak. That's the third longest in the country, third longest active streak in the country. Byers is 1 of 2 at the line. The UMass lead is 8 with 2.5 to play in the opening half. Demjanic on the outside looking to go inside and does. And the layup is up and good from Leonardo Bettiol. And it is a 10-point lead for UMass, 45-35. Elmer tries another three. That's his fourth three of the half. He's got 15 for the Redhawks. It's 45-38. Bounce pass inside, and now a nice feed, and that right-handed shot goes up and in for UMass. Luke Damjanic. And UMass has a 47-point half in leading by 9. That's usually the kind of numbers Miami puts up. And now another three-ball attempt. That one's good. Elmer again with his fifth three of the half. He has 18 for the Redhawks, 47-41. Timeout called by UMass. They're going to use their use it or lose it first half timeout here with 1:12 to play in the first half. Ian Elmer, the hot hand for Miami of Ohio, especially from three-point range. He's hit 5 of 7 from 3 in the first half. Both teams shooting well over 50% in this first half. Miami 6 of 16 from three-point range. UMass 7 of 9 from three-point range in the first half, 78%. And again, UMass is having their way on the glass, almost a 2-1 rebound advantage over Miami of Ohio. So with UMass using their timeout here with 1:12 to play in the first half. Ian Elmer only averages 11 a game. UMass is going to turn it over on an offensive foul that's going to go against Dwayne Wembley Jr. That's his second on a moving screen. So Hankins, Sanford, and Jigway, Damjanic, and Wembley all with 2 fouls for the Minutemen as we're down under a minute for the first half. Suter, he'll try a three-pointer. That's no good. Miami will get the ball back one more time here at the end of the first half. There's a 14-second difference. Shot clock, game clock down to 30 seconds on the game clock. 12 on the shot clock for UMass. KJ Parker. And here's a three-pointer. That is no good. Miami with a rare rebound. And we have a reach-in from behind against the Minutemen. This is going to be number 3, I think, on Wembley. And it is. So Miami of Ohio will head to the free throw line here as Dwayne Wembley Jr. with his third foul for UMass. Two free throws for the Redhawks. First is good. Second is also good. Final 10 seconds, first half. Open three-pointer, top of the key. No. Rebound Miami. They've got 3 seconds. And here comes a three. That's good if it goes. It does not. And we go to halftime with Miami of Ohio trailing UMass 47-43 as UMass looks to knock Miami of Ohio from the undefeated ranks. Nebraska, one of the three remaining undefeateds, has already lost tonight. Miami of Ohio hopes to not suffer the same fate. They're down 4 here at the half, 47-43 to UMass. Folks, I am going to call a pause on the live stream here for about 10 minutes. I will be back just prior to the second half. We'll run down some first half stats. Get you ready for half number 2 between UMass and Miami of Ohio. See if Miami can stay undefeated, unlike Nebraska earlier tonight. UMass leads at 47-43. Brief pause. Back with you here in about 10